Okay. I think now it's working. All right, let's get started. Today we'll be talking about, first a little bit introduce of myself. I'm Patrick. I'm working for Red Hat. Today we'll be talking about new features in Zanata since 3.9 and the current version on translate.openstack.org is running 3.9.6 of Zanata. So this will be a demonstration of the new things we have developed since then. First off, some new REST APIs. One is to get information about a language team. Another one is related to statistics for a particular project version, and you can give it a day range. Let's go to the next step. So this will be what it will look like. This is the URL to query that. I think this may make some scripting handy. You can query for a particular language team, who are the members and what's their roles in the language team. The next one is accumulated statistics for a project version for a given date range. Again, this is the URL, sample URL. Here you can give a project and then the version ID and give it a date range. As long as it's within a year, it will get you the result. This will be the sample result. So you can get translation statistics for project version if you are interested in that. We also develop a lot of the new UIs because our current technology stack is a little bit old. We try to bring it up to date, so a lot of rewrites, upgrading the libraries and new designs. Here is the list of the things. I will do a live demo of that. In a nutshell, that's all the things. Okay, let's see if I can load that. Okay, so this will be the new user interface. We have removed the top menu bar and replaced it with a sidebar. It's responsive design, so it should work in, even if you open it in mobile, you can see it adapts to the screen size. Yeah. And the first thing is the old project list has been replaced with this Explore page. You can now do search. For example, this instantly bring up the results. It not only search project, it also search people and languages. Another new UI is the user profile page. In the past, we don't have a direct link to the user. Now you can just click on the side. It shows your name, your language team, and the role you have in the system. Also, this change, the day range selection has been updated. Previously, you can only select a fixed value here, like this week, last week, this month, last month. Now you can select the whole year, or you can select arbitrary range. Because I'm running in a VM, so I have some issue with my screen size. I can't see the button down below. But yeah, that's another new feature. Also, the new language list has been redesigned. Now you can add new languages easily from here. For individual languages, it remains the same. So if you click on one language, it will bring you to the whole screen as before. We also added a new feature called project level glossary. This one, if you click glossary on the side, this is a global glossary. But if you say go to a project, and now there's a new link, glossary. If you click that, it takes you to a very similar screen, but you can see from the URL it's under special, it's under that particular project. And here it also shows you the project name. So project glossary will also be listed when you're in the editor. It will show up. It has higher priority than the system level glossary, so you can make use of this. I think that's all for the new UI. Yeah, this is just a screenshot. Another new feature is now if you are language team coordinator, let's say I need to find a language team that has more members. Because I'm running a local instance, I don't have that many users here. Let's just add some. Assuming you have a list of language team members, now you can click on the drop-down menu here, and you can choose to contact all your team members. It will send an email to all your team members. If you have any announcements or things like that, that'll be handy. Another new feature is related to actual translation. Let's go into a language, go into a project. This new feature is about TM merge. I don't know how many people have used that feature. I need to pick the one that has translation in it. So previously, when you are in the editor, you can choose to run TM merge. It is right here down in the TM translation memory panel. Previously, there are a lot of conditions you need to check, whether you want the TM to come from different project or from different document, different contexts. Previously, you can choose to ignore these conditions, but now we have changed it to you can't ignore it. You can either copy it as fuzzy if it's different, or you can choose to don't copy it. And the reason being, now the TM merge will apply to the entire document. Previously, it will only apply for a single page. That way, if it comes up as a bad translation, you can still fix it. But now, since it applies to the entire document, it is rather be conservative on copying things. It will also make the TM merge easier to apply for the entire document if you have a large document. So I can pick some conditions before I do that. Let's remove it. And if I now run TM merge for the entire document, it will run in the background, and then it will copy TMs from it will copy TM to review a translation. Looks like I forgot to reindex my TM, so there's no translation results. Yeah, I should have done this beforehand, but hopefully, well, it will take a while. Yep, that's I guess have to move on to the next one. We also added a few new webhook. So now when you go to a project, under settings, if you are the project maintainer, you can go to settings and these screens. Yeah, here. So you can go to the webhook settings. You can create new webhook, and you can also edit existing webhook. Basically, that's a URL you need to put in. Optionally, a webhook name, and then there are several types of webhook you want Zanata to fire when certain things happen. For example, a document is 100% translated or approved. You want to notify some other system, for example, a build system to pull down translation and do a build. And also the new version created or new project maintainer has been added or removed. There's also a manual event. It's not automatically triggered, but you can trigger it manually. That's handy if you want to, if you hook it up with a build server and you want to trigger a build in the middle of your work, then you can do that. That's the new webhook feature. Other user-related features, new keyboard shortcut for approve and reject translation in the editor. So if we go back to the editor, when you click the keyboard shortcut icon, it will show you all the keyboard shortcut available Down the bottom, you can see Control-Shift-A will approve a translation. Control-Shift-R will reject translation. We also added support for 2 new file types on the file type project. I think OpenStack mostly use getText or folder as project type. But if you're interested, you can now translate cube TS file and JSON file. And another, just a minor thing, username in pages now will link to your the user profile page. As an example, here, if I bring up translation history, I can see who did the translation previously, and now you can click the user and it will open that user's profile page for you to view his stats. There are a few administration admin features, probably not related to most of the users. Now you can, if you are admin of OpenStack instance, now there are a few new options in server configuration. One is for every user, you can set up a gravatar, which is just an avatar linked to your email. Now you can change the avatar rating, gravatar rating, so you don't accidentally grab some underrated avatars. And there's a new option to allow users to join a language team automatically. Right now, by default, if a user wants to join a language team, it needs to, inside Zanata, it needs to request for joining. In some other instances, I'm not sure about OpenStack. I think some other communities, they have a special workflow to, for example, a user needs to introduce himself to the language team, and then the coordinator will approve it. But in some cases, for example, for a language, there's no coordinator, and that email will get sent to the admin, and normally admin won't know whether that person is suitable to translate that language, or the admin don't know anything about that language. And it's just an extra step for admin to click accept. Most of the time, the admin will just accept that, since admin don't know that language that well. Now you can, if you tick that option, for all the users accepting to join a language team as a translator only, not as reviewer or coordinator, it can be done automatically, so you don't need to go in and approve that. Another big change is now there's a new option to restrict access to read-only resources on the server. Before that, all the information, even if you haven't joined any language team, you haven't even registered as a user for Zanata, you can view a lot of the information. Like you can view the project list, you can go into a project. If you register, you can go to any project and view the translation. This option will stop that from anonymous user from accessing any resources. So if you don't, if you haven't logged in, you won't be able to see anything. that's by default off, so same as before. But if you want, you can restrict that. Another admin feature is now admin, you can change the language native name. It's not used very often, but require requests for that. There are a few other new things, maybe not related to OpenStack instance. For example, now admin can create users, but I believe that's not relevant to OpenStack. All the users on OpenStack instance must have an OpenStack account, so that's not really relevant. There are a few infrastructure changes. We upgrade the API documentation library, so the REST API documentation hopefully will be better. And there are a few platform updates. I think it's only relevant to infrastructure team. At the time of upgrading Zanata, so I won't go into too much detail here. There's other projects related to Zanata. Our team has created a Jenkins plugin, Zanata Jenkins plugin. So there's a URL for that if you want to know about it. If you use Jenkins as your build server, you can now install Zanata Jenkins plugin, and then you will be able to do automatically push and pull to and from Zanata, and integrate that with your actual software build or documentation build. You can leverage Zanata's webhook. I will just quickly show what it looks like. I have a Jenkins instance installed that plugin. So after you install that plugin, you have a few new options. One is your job will be able to accept Zanata webhook. You just paste that URL to your Zanata in the project config. And then the usual thing, you check out from a Git repository. And down here under build, there will be a new option to choose build step called Zanata sync. Here you can choose to push to Zanata, pull from Zanata, and you just need to put in your Zanata credentials as usual. And then you can choose to build your software as usual. In the end, you might choose to push your translation back to your Git repo, so you don't have to do it manually. That way it helps to automate the entire process and bring continuous integration into the into your workflow. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. I guess now switch to IRC. Any questions and suggestions? got it myself, so let me check. Shift 8, I think.